I'd like to welcome everybody to week one of our 4-week session. Just kind of getting back to the swing, I like to call it, here at the end of August. My name is Tony. I'm assistant professional here at Crest Creek Country Club. And today our big focus is going to be all about our setup. Okay? I know the season's already pretty much been going on for a few months now, but it's always good to get back to basics. You know, maybe the ball's been going a little bit right, a little bit left, a little high, a little short than it was earlier in the season, but it's always good to get back, focus on that setup. So that's still the key to the entire golf swing. So today we're going to work on our grip, our stance, our posture, including our alignment and ball position. And that's going to be both for full swing to start as well as with our short game. Okay, so that's what we're going to be working on today out here on the driving range. It's a beautiful day. Does anybody have any questions before we get started? Let's do it. Two stations, we'll get going from there. All right, I'd like to welcome you all to week 2 of our kind of end of season lesson series. Now last week we worked on the importance of our setup, so our grip, our stance, our posture, our alignment. We touched on our ball position as well. So today, continuing on with that setup that we've built, now we've got to talk about the actual swing itself. So what it takes to get that club going back, how our body wants to, stay in that good position throughout the swing. Hopefully that good position that we established with our setup. We also want to be able to get back down to impact in that same comfortable position and then have good balanced follow through, where we're accelerating through the ball at all times. So a big focus today is going to be on that lower body and that upper body working together, staying balanced, being able to make a good backswing, good follow through, and hopefully some good contact. So we'll address all of that, not only with the full swing, but also with the short game as well today. All right, so we're going to jump right in, go through our setup dance from last time, where we focus on that grip, up at the sky, lower it down to that belt buckle, get our feet set shoulder width apart, bend at the waist. Remember how we check to see if our ball is in a good position as far as being too close or too far away from our body. We'll jump into that and then we'll start talking about the backswing. Out on the golf course, week 3 of our lesson series, getting back to the basics and fundamentals. Now today is a little bit different. We're not on the driving range. We're not just going to be banging balls all day. We're going to talk a little bit more about how we want to approach the golf course itself. Okay? So what we're going to start out with here is, where do we want to tee the ball up within the tee box? A lot of people don't realize you may be playing the hole differently based on which side of the tee box to tee off from. Once we talk about that, we'll also talk about the levelness of the tee box. Sometimes it's not perfectly level. They try to be, but unfortunately sometimes they're not. So we need to make adjustments for that. Another thing we're going to work on today is recognizing the danger that's out there on the golf course. And obviously there's lots of danger, a lot different than the driving range, which is simply wide open. We can hit them all day long and let them fly. Once we're on the golf course, we start focusing on those hazards and those penalties. Okay? We're going to address that a little bit, and then we're going to talk about just having a plan of action and executing that shot. So putting it into practice and putting into use what we've done over in the driving range. That good setup, picking out that target, having our good alignment, and making a good swing towards our target. So that's what we're going to be working on today out on the golf course. So we're at week 4 of our lesson series. Now today we're out on the golf course again, just like we were last week, except this time we're going to talk about having a plan in place. Okay? Too many people get out here and just say, well, I want to hit the ball out in the fairway. Yeah, that's good, but we want to know exactly where. Okay, we need to give ourselves and our mind a great target to hit to. So I want you to be specific when you're standing up on the tee box as to where you want to hit your ball in the fairway. Is it the left side? Is it the right side? A lot of that's going to depend on the layout of the hole, obviously, and also the pin position. Is it to the right side, to the left side of the green? What's going to leave me a good angle? What's going to keep me safe away from the dangers out on this hole? So just like you get in your car and you put on your seatbelt and you turn it on and you set your radio, you set your mirrors, you set your air conditioning or your heat, make sure your seat's level, tilted up, down. Those are all things you do prior to driving somewhere.
so you have a routine in place. I also want you to have a routine in place pre-shot, okay? So prior to getting up there and making that swing, I want you to pick out your target, be specific with it, have your plan in place, and go ahead and execute. All right, so we're here on number 16. It's a par 4. It's kind of a tough one here on the back side. Now the whole curve slightly left to right, and there's a nice bunker right in landing zone on that right side. If we go too far to the right of that, we're in trees, we're blocked out. If we stay left of it, we're in a good spot, but the further left we go, the further we are away from the green. So this is something where we want to get specific, maybe out towards the corner of that bunker, a little bit left of it, to give us a good shot coming into this green. Okay? So we're going to use what we worked on last week as well, as far as lining up on the tee box, and what's going to give us the best angle out towards that specific shot in the fairway. So go ahead, execute that pre-shot routine, and let's tee off.